Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is very important that the Prime Minister has declared a personal target of 370 plus seats for the BJP alone. I repeat, 370 plus seats for the BJP alone in 2024. He has added a minimum 400 plus for the NDA. Viewers, so far Prime Minister Modi has not been in the past into numbers prediction. But today he has. This time he has predicted a number. 370 plus for the BJP alone. There is obviously something he senses so strongly that has made him give a clear number target. I watched his speech, all of it. And I can say that I saw a direct and confident correlation between the number of 370 plus and his conviction that the cornerstones of the Modi guarantee have been accepted and embraced by the people of India. What are these cornerstones? These cornerstones are strong and effective welfareism, solid economic reforms, a clear pro-Hindu line, zero tolerance to corruption, and an uncompromising security policy, both internal and external. Nation first. Now, the tragedy for the Congress party, who the Prime Minister brutally attacked, is that Narendra Modi is far from his peak. And his personal popularity is rising day after day. What do I think? I would not be surprised at all if the BJP goes 375 plus. Traditional mathematics, traditional psephological thinking, vote share numbers, earlier elections now, swings, all those confusing statistics may not support that view. You may have psephologists saying, 320 we understand, but 375 won't happen. But what do psephologists ever know? Psephologists always get it wrong. The only question about psephologists is who got fewer wrong than the other, but they traditionally all get it wrong. In 2014, they undermined the BJP. In 2019, they undermined the BJP. They will be and should be very careful not to make the same mistake in 2024. Modi 2024. 370 plus, says Modi. Achievable? I say completely yes. Completely achievable. Given the way the opposition is in tatters. That's debate one tonight, viewers. This country needs an opposition. Unfortunately, it doesn't have one. Debate number two this evening. I will be breaking through 8 or 7 significant moments of the speech tonight. So I'll be dissecting all these parts in my 2-hour debate special. To start with, here are the headlines. This Monday evening, the 5th of February, on the debate tonight.
देश का मिजाज एनडीए को तो 400 पार कर पाई के रहेगा, लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी को 370 सीट अवश्य देगा। 370
On the floor of Parliament, Prime Minister makes statements of intent, says 370 plus for the BJP alone.
टर्म में भारत दुनिया की तीसरी बड़ी आर्थिक ताकत बनेगा। और ये मोदी की गारंटी है।
Prime Minister raises the third term guarantee as yet again.
एक कैंसिल कल्चर डेवलप कुछ भी है कैंसिल। हम कहते हैं मेक इन इंडिया तो कांग्रेस कहती है कैंसिल। हम कहते हैं आत्मनिर्भर भारत, कांग्रेस कहती है कैंसिल। मैं हैरान हूं, ये कोई मोदी की उपलब्धियां नहीं है, देश की उपलब्धियां हैं।
From dynastic politics to the Congress cancel culture to the point-by-point takedown of record, his most fierce attack yet.
समाज के सब वर्ग नहीं होते हैं क्या? देश की नारी की बात होती है? देश की सभी नारी नहीं होती है? कब तक टुकड़ों में सोचते रहोगे? कब तक समाज को बांटते रहोगे?
In an unrelenting attack, the Prime Minister takes on the tukde break India mindset.
जहां संविधान का राज है, जहां लोकतंत्र है, ये लोग लिख करके रखें कि ये जो महिमा मंडन का काम चल रहा है उनका, वो अपने ही खात्मे की चिट्ठी पे सिग्नेचर कर रहे हैं।
Prime Minister vows to continue his crusade against corruption, says will not allow loot anymore.
अगर आप साथ नहीं दे सकते और अगर आपका हाथ ईंटें फेंकने पर ही तुला हुआ है, तो आप लिख करके रखिए, आपकी हर ईंट को मैं विकसित भारत की नींव मजबूत करने के लिए रखा हूं।
The Prime Minister sets the tone for the 2024 elections with the Viksit Bharat vision, says we'll build a Viksit Bharat with the dreams of the citizens of India. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's important we look at the different clips of the Prime Minister's speech. And since you can't look at things in isolation, you have to play different parts. So what I will do tonight is I'll play 8 of the most important clips of Prime Minister Modi's speech, and then we'll get into the debate. The first is biggest declaration of intent, where he says that the BJP alone, I repeat, the BJP alone will get 370 plus in the 2024 Lok Sabha election. Here is clip 1.
भारत ने अमृत भारत और नमो भारत ट्रेनों से भविष्य की उन्नति के सपने देखे। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, देश के गांव-गांव ने, देश के कोटि-कोटि जनों ने विकसित भारत की संकल्प यात्रा देखी है और सैचुरेशन के पीछे कितनी मेहनत की जाती है, उसके हक की चीज उसको मिले, उसके दरवाजे दस्तक देकर के देने का प्रयास देश पहली बार देख रहा है। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, भगवान राम, आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, भगवान राम न सिर्फ अपने घर लौटे, बल्कि एक ऐसे मंदिर का निर्माण हुआ जो भारत की महान सांस्कृतिक परंपरा को नई ऊर्जा देता रहेगा। और आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, अब हमारी सरकार का तीसरा कार्यकाल भी बहुत दूर नहीं है। ज्यादा से ज्यादा 100-125 दिन बाकी है। और अब की बार पूरा देश कह रहा है, अब की बार खड़गे जी भी कह रहे हैं, लेकिन मैं देख रहा हूं देश का मिजाज एनडीए को तो 400 पार करवा ही के रहेगा, लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी को 370 सीट अवश्य देगा। बीजेपी को 370 सीट और और एनडीए को 400 पार।
सभा की कार्रवाई इस विषय की समाप्ति तक बढ़ा दी जाए।
आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, हमारा तीसरा कार्यकाल बहुत बड़े फैसलों का होगा। मैंने लाल किले से कहा था और राम मंदिर प्राण प्रतिष्ठा के समय भी मैंने उसको दोहराया था। मैंने कहा था देश को अगले 1000 वर्षों तक समृद्ध और सिद्धि के शिखर पर देखना चाहिए। तीसरा कार्यकाल अगले 1000 वर्षों के लिए एक मजबूत नींव रखने का कार्यकाल होगा।
I have with me tonight Ramesh Sabharwal, Senior Congress Leader, Member of the All India Congress Committee, Abbas Haider, National Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Arka Kumar Nag, who supports the Trinamool Congress, Gaurav Bhatia, National Spokesperson of the BJP, and my colleague Abhishek Kapoor. First question to you, Ramesh Sabharwal. I think I watched the Prime Minister's speech and I wouldn't just say that it's confident. Of course it is confident. But you are nowhere, particularly you are nowhere in the contest. You are nowhere in the contest. Your alliance is broken. You're fighting each other. You have no policy, no plan. You attack each other. And the Prime Minister has set a target of 370 plus. He has really taken the campaign to another level. You have no response, Ramesh Sabharwal. And the way he's broken into you, he's shown you a mirror. आईना दिखाया आपको. आप जो चेहरा उसमें देखेंगे वो आपका ही है. जो चेहरा आप आईना में देखेंगे वो आपका ही है. आपको दिखाया जा रहा है. Do you see the reality?
नहीं.
Do you see what you're heading in for?
No,
and your comments on the Prime Minister saying 370 plus.
All misinformations. All 370 तो leaders तोड़ के ले गए हमारे से वो. He has broken 370 leaders, more than that, to his own party. Arnab, good evening to everyone. We are in the process. I heard the speech of Prime Minister. It's a good speech, and he's a good orator, that we all know. He knows how to twist, how to misinform the people of India, misinform, misguide. He has a bachelor, or he has not having any degree, but he has a bachelor or PhD at least in that. So my submission, my request is that our leader is fighting on the roads for a Nyaya Yatra. We all know that. We are struggling on the roads. We know what is the mood of the people. They know the mood of the EVM. They know how to hack the EVM.
You mean he's traveling on his luxury bus?
370.
On his luxury bus?
400 plus. They will
luxury bus?
No, it's not a luxury bus.
Luxury bus? 2 crore
he
bus?
Lost his father.
10 crore bus?
No.
500 crore campaign?
No. Listen. Arnab, we should appreciate. He is struggling on the roads for the democracy of this country. He is struggling for all of us. Please, for God's sake. We have a respect for Prime Minister also. We have a respect for our leader also. We should tell the reality to the people. It is a duty of the journalism. It is a duty of the press media. We are struggling on the roads for the people.
I think the
What's
point
happening
is...
in Manipur? I don't want to go into all that.
I want to respond. No, I want to respond. See, Ramesh
Prime Minister is a BJP leader.
Ramesh, I find it very, very important. I find it very, very important to place before you. I find it very, very important to place before you that the Prime Minister usually does not put numbers out. Am I right, Abhishek? It's very unusual, Abhishek. Extremely unusual, Abhishek. For the Prime Minister to put a number. I was surprised. I was surprised. Having followed his career, his style, I was surprised. He's put out a number. No. Amit Shah, I'm saying Prime Minister himself putting out a number is unusual. Everybody watching the program knows it. But he's done so this time. Abhishek.
No. Amit Shah ji has always put the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, we remember Arnab, for example, from so many interviews we have done, and every time a question has been asked of him from 2007, 2012, 2013, 14 onwards, every time there has been an election, whether he can put a number to what the success rate would be like, he has always refused, saying, no, it's not about arithmetic for me, it's about chemistry. And for him to be saying that this is the number, that's what going to be, I think that really shows the kind of confidence, for example, which we saw getting reflected in the interim budget. Same getting reflected, and mind you, this is on the floor of the House. This is a matter of record for ages to come. Remember, Prime Minister was quoting from 1950s and 60s from Parliament records. So whatever he has said today becomes a matter of record for ages to come, hundreds of years to come. And for the Prime Minister to be saying that, I think there is this understanding,
it's a matter of record.
Confidence in the BJP.
It's a matter of record without a doubt.
Kind of numbers.
And so, no, not coming back, Abhishek. The BJP through the Prime Minister is saying we are going to sweep 24 in a bigger way. But question being, why the statement of on 370? Is it an allusion to the removal of Article 370? Is it a reminder to your core base? The core base that supports the Ram Mandir, supports abolition of triple talaq, supports removal of Article 370. Is it a subtle reminder to the core base? The core base of the BJP that come for us in bigger numbers this time. Gaurav.
Arnab, today we saw the power of honesty, dedication, and when a man aspires big but works day and night to ensure that the aspirational citizenry of the country get what they deserve. And it would not be wrong to say, मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल, लोग आते गए, कारवा बनता गया, मैं वो दरिया हूं जिसे अपना हुनर मालूम है, मैं जिस तरफ चल देता हूं रास्ते बन जाते हैं. That is Narendra Modi ji for the people of the country. Now let me say this. On one side is amazing confidence versus no confidence. 370 is a number that Narendra Modi ji said on the floor of the House. Do you know, on the other side, people are wondering whether the Congress will even get 37 seats. You know, pro-incumbency is relatable to Narendra Modi ji. After 2 full terms, Arnab, here is a man on the floor of the House where every statement is being recorded. He has the confidence to say that we are coming back to power to serve the people of the country the third time. On the other side, since 2014, the Congress party has never even won a successive election in the assembly also. This is the difference. Third, there is clarity of agenda. Clarity of agenda. He spoke about the Indian economy reaching the third largest economy in the next term. Now look at the perspective. We are the 5th largest economy today. He said you take pride in that. We are the 4th largest stock exchange in terms of the monetary capitalization. We are the 3rd largest automobile manufacturer. We are the 2nd largest mobile manufacturer, and we have the number 1 leader in the world. That is Narendra Modi ji. When he speaks about Rahul Gandhi, he is also indicating towards the confusion that prevails in the opposition camp, especially the Congress. Let's dissect that. You know, it would not be wrong to say that NASA and ISRO can come together, but they will also fail to launch Rahul Gandhi because he is a defective product. And when he starts the yatra, what has happened since then? Milind Deora has left the Congress. After that, Bihar, there has been a turnaround. Nitish ji has joined the NDA. In West Bengal, Mamta ji has made it very clear, I will contest the elections alone. In Punjab, the Aam Aadmi Party Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann has said, we will contest alone. And today, the opposition and the Congress party is a dismal opposition without any leader, without any clarity. And I'm sure Congress will be reduced to a single-digit party in the 2024 elections.
Actually, Gaurav, I would first like to request everybody on the program today who is anti-BJP, honestly, don't bura na mane, don't look so confused. Abbas, don't look so worried. Orko, don't look so despondent. Ramesh Sabarwal ji, don't look so fatigued. And don't look so unsure. जो है वो है, जो है वो है. जैसी अवस्था वैसी व्यवस्था, जैसी व्यवस्था वैसी अवस्था. आपको देख रहे लग रहा है मुझे. अब मान चुके हैं, अब हार गए हैं. And the Congress party has said the right. You see, Prime Minister said, सही कहा. The biggest criminal in this is the Congress
people of India.
और आप उनके साथ.
You have one vote, Arnab.
मैं कह रहा हूँ, अब्बास जी को कह रहा हूँ मैं. अब्बास जी देखिए अब्बास जी, देखिए अब्बास जी, देखिए अब्बास को मैं समझाता हूँ. अब्बास जी देखिए, ये इंजन टूट चुकी है, रेलगाड़ी की पटरियां नहीं है, मगर जिस इंजन के पीछे आप अपने बोगी को लगा रहे हैं, इंजन ही नहीं चल रही है. आप किसके साथ अपने आप को फंसा रहे हैं? You must,
in past 10
as
years,
in before it crash lands, you must eject
अव्यवस्था है
to save your life.
अव्यवस्था है.
आप, you have to save your life. No. हाँ बोलिए.
No, Arnab, basically the Prime Minister's speech was full of contradiction and, whataboutery, allegation. And at the end of this speech, there was a motherhood statement that whatever stones you'll throw on me, I'm going to put it in the foundation of this country. But despite that, on the contrary, Prime Minister and the BJP government had destroyed the foundation of this country. The foreign debts of India has increased. We have got $629 billion foreign debt India has right now. This is the situation of the country. And he was talking about many things, but he has not told us when he's going to double the income of the power of the country. Yes, Mr. Bhatia was telling us about GDP.
Counter
GDP is fifth largest in the world. But I'm not talking about in 2011, it's third largest. But let me tell you that India's per capita GDP is 120th in the world. US has got 82,000 per capita GDP.
Can I just respond
UK on more than 50,000. China 12,000. Germany around 60,000-70,000. We are where? $2,300
what was the foreign loan
per capita.
What was the inflation rates?
Per capita GDP of this country. So basically, a disparity of
my goodness.
Disparity in India has increased in the BJP rule. With only particular business houses, they have got benefit.
Before I come to the next
every day.
1 minute.
For every transaction.
Abbas ji.
I'm not talking about, I've told you that the Modi ki guarantee is the biggest lie of the century. Where are Pakka Makan for every citizen?
Arnab, can I respond?
I request, you put me in the middle on this window. I request Congress. I request Abbas 1 minute. Abbas 1 minute. मैं हाथ जोड़ के रमेश सबरवाल जी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि जब तक आपकी जो इंडिया अलायंस है समाजवादी पार्टी के साथ, जब तक कि औपचारिक तौर से आप इसको तोड़ ना दें, आप समाजवादी पार्टी के साथ इस तरह से झगड़ा मत कीजिए टीवी पर. अभी 5-6 दिन बाकी है, आपकी अलायंस टूटेगी, जरूर टूटेगी, मगर अगर आप उसको टूटने के पहले इस तरह से फाइट करेंगे तो लोग क्या कहेंगे?
अगर
मुझे आई एम वरीड अबाउट पब्लिक परसेप्शन. अभिषेक,
मोदी जी वांट्स टू,
आपकी टूटेगी,
मोदी जी वांट्स टू,
आपकी जरूर टूटेगी.
वांट्स टू ब्रेक, देन इट कैन बी.
We are ready to go an extra mile. Every party in India.
He is the man who is behind.
Modi ji is not
Arnab, allow me now to give a
आपने अखिलेश
we are carrying aspiration of the people of this country. We are united. We will unite.
Gaurav,
There was overconfidence. There was arrogance in the body language, the speech of the Prime Minister. I mean, let's talk about some facts. Let's talk about what India wants.
Gaurav, satire, Gaurav. Abbas, satire. Now, before Gaurav responds, I want to play clip 2, Gaurav. ये बहुत amazing clip है of the Prime Minister, where he gives a statistic कि 2014 में आप क्या celebrate कर रहे थे और 2024 में आप किस चीज पर celebrate करने के लिए आप ready नहीं हो. I want to run a small clip The second clip. I want to run a small clip. The second clip.
कि हमारे तीसरे टर्म में भारत दुनिया की तीसरी बड़ी आर्थिक ताकत बनेगा। और ये मोदी की गारंटी है। In the next 3 decades, India's nominal GDP will take the country to the third rank after the US and China. उस समय ये ब्रह्मांड के बड़े अर्थशास्त्री कह रहे थे कि तीसरे नंबर पर 30 साल में हम पहुंच जाएंगे। 30 साल। और फिर कहा था ये मेरा विजन जो मैं
मनमोहन सिंह नहीं थे उस वक्त, देखो मनमोहन सिंह नहीं थे।
बहुत लोग हैं जो ये ख्यालों में रहते हैं वो ब्रह्मांड के सबसे बड़ी अर्थशास्त्री है। ये लोग 2014 में कह रहे हैं और विजन क्या देखते हैं 2044 यानी 2044 तक तीसरी अर्थव्यवस्था की बात। ये इनकी सोच, ये इनकी मर्यादा, सपना भी देखने का सामर्थ्य खो चुके थे लोग। संकल्प तो दूर की बात थी। 30 साल का इंतजार करने के लिए मेरे देश की युवा पीढ़ी को कह कर गए थे, लेकिन हम आज आपके सामने विश्वास से खड़े हैं, इस पवित्र सदन में खड़े हैं और मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूं कि 30 साल हम नहीं लगने देंगे। ये मोदी की गारंटी है। मेरे तीसरे कार्यकाल में देश दुनिया की तीसरी आर्थिक शक्ति बन जाए। कैसे लक्ष्य रखते थे, उनकी सोच कहां तक जाती थी, दया आती है। और आप लोग 11 नंबर पे बड़ा गर्व कर रहे थे, अब 5 नंबर पहुंचा दिए जी। लेकिन अगर 11 पर पहुंचने से आपको खुशी होती थी तो 5 नंबर पहुंचने पर भी खुशी होनी चाहिए। देश 5 नंबर पे पहुंचा, आपको खुशी होनी चाहिए। इस बीमारी में फंसे पड़े हो।
Arka Kumar Nag going to the debate. You heard the clip. In 2014, Congress and its allies said by 2044 we'll be the third largest economy. That is going to be achieved by 2027, max 28. Which means what the Congress wanted to do in 30 years, the BJP has done in 13 years. Less than 13 years. Orko, accurate attack by the PM, your response.
Well, firstly, I would like to take on the Prime Minister's comment so far as the 300 and odd seats are concerned. I believe this particular speech is a reassertion that what Mamata Banerjee had been speaking from day one, that the opposition under one alliance has to be united and they have to take up the responsibilities. So that is the reason the India Alliance was formed. And I know a lot of people is hearing your show, Arnab. I believe all the political parties in the India Alliance must have the senses that India Alliance is the only option and a united front, and in a way where all political parties respect each other. Secondly, whatever the Prime Minister has said with regard to the numbers
Can you
of the
respond
seats
to the last clip you
I'm
saw?
sure he has counted the 42 seats of West Bengal out. And third, when I respond to what you say with regard to the economy, well, Arnab, it might be the Prime Minister's dream of a third position by 2027, but we are yet to see the reflection in the cost of the gas prices, the unemployment, the scenarios what is there in the present scenario in India for Indians, which the Indians can see and perhaps the world cannot. It is time that we wonder about that also. The Prime Minister should have spoken that how many jobs he has generated in past 20 years. I was just seeing the President Joe Biden's Twitter account, I think yesterday, when he was speaking of how many jobs he has created.
You are not being able.
That is something
the problem
from the Prime Minister.
Orko,
that is something we were actually expecting.
Orko, I think.
Yes.
I think I will let Gaurav respond to you. But I let Gaurav respond to you, but you are not being able to say no, the Prime Minister is wrong. You should say no, the Prime Minister is wrong. The Congress never said we will take 30 years. But you cannot say that. The Congress said we will take 30 years.
I am
the BJP
ready,
is doing it in 12 years. That's a limited point.
Of the Congress's
Somebody, no, you are not being.
We are in 2024. I do not want to speak on what Congress was
there you are washing your
doing in 2014. It is not our responsibility.
But they are your leaders.
The Trinamool Congress cannot take that responsibility. No, absolutely not. There is no leader of any political party who is part of the India Alliance. Every political party is equal. They are in the equal footing. That's why I started my reply by saying that all political parties in India Alliance should be reasserted. That the only way to outrun this present scenario is a united opposition front where all political parties respect each other as equals.
We heard you, sir. We heard you.
Orko, thanks.
We know you are pro TMC. It's fine. We heard you. Now hear others also.
Yes, you are free to respond, sir. Please go ahead and respond.
The nation has been watching. And what is the nation watching? On one side, Narendra Modi ji is the supreme leader of the NDA. Every ally would say that he has faith in Narendra Modi ji. The people of the country have faith in Narendra Modi ji. So there is clarity. On the other side is complete confusion. Look at this panel. Now Samajwadi Party is launching a new movie called Meri Marji. Meri Marji kyo? They say they are in Ghamandiya alliance. But Akhilesh Yadav unilaterally makes an announcement that he is going to give 11 seats to the Congress. The Congress says we are not aware of that. Then he declares the 16 seats where Samajwadi Party will be contesting. He does not even take Congress into confidence. And then now come to the TMC, another important ally of the Ghamandiya group. Is it not true Mamata Banerjee, the supreme leader of TMC, Arnab, has very clearly and categorically stated that we are going to contest alone. And Derek O'Brien has blamed Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. And Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has been cursing and using foul language for Mamata Banerjee on a daily basis. Do you think leaders with such character, with such credibility can ever lead India? No, they can't. And that is why I say the entire Ghamandiya group would get less than 50 seats. My second point is Khadge ji. He does not even respect the party workers. You know what he said? He was comparing booth in charge to dogs. He said, कुत्ते के कान उठा लेते हैं, इसलिए कांग्रेस कार्यकर्ताओं के भी कान उठा के देखो, कौन बोलता है, कौन नहीं. Imagine if this is the plight of the Congress, that the hard-working cadre of a party is treated like a dog and compared to a dog. Do you think that party has a future? And then I am reminded of Rahul Gandhi giving priority to Piddi over a very seasoned politician. Now who is a very able Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma. So what is their fetish of comparing their leaders and workers with animals? And on the other side, Narendra Modi ji is giving full respect to every citizen, empowering them through his vision. And that is why today he spoke about the Mahila, he spoke about the youth, He spoke about the farmers. He spoke about inflation. He spoke about, how he would be taking India forward. And he has a vision to ensure that India becomes a developed nation by 2047. That is the kind of vision that India requires.
I think that, Ramesh Sabarwal ji, I know you for many years. It is very sad, let me tell you, Abhishek. Whatever is happening to Ramesh Sabarwal, Congress Party, very sad, Abhishek. It's a walkover. Abhishek, they are not even trying to fight.
Was not acceptable.
Abhishek, खड़गे ने हाथ खड़े कर दिए और इनके लीडर, the 55-year-old political debutant, is in a bus with seats that are equivalent to any international first-class plane. You see, you understanding, Gaurav? It is when Narendra Modi says a failed product, उसी failed product को जयराम रमेश कह रहे हैं, हम उसी को launch करेंगे. So Abhishek, there is a big message in today. The whole Prime Minister's body language, his speech, his nature of content, his prediction. नहीं, Mr. Sabarwal, आप मुझे नहीं, आप अभिषेक को बोलिए. आप अभिषेक को समझाइए. He's an experienced political reporter. He'll tell you. आप अपने body language को देखिए. You are like a murjaya or fool today on my program.
They got psyched out. They've got psyched out.
I don't know what you're doing. They got psyched out now. Completely psyched. They don't know what's going on. Abhishek, they don't have a leader. They don't have a party.
Can I take one?
They have been psychologically taken over by Prime Minister's aura, it seems, or not, because just to give you an example of why I say they're psyched out, represented by Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, 3 comments within 24 hours. First he says while entering Parliament, Modi ji is very disciplined. Then he goes inside and says everyone is saying 400 par. And then he, indicates towards the Prime Minister and says and tells the MPs sitting behind the Prime Minister that you are winning because of him. So obviously in the back of his mind, Kharge knows, the Congress President, that Modi is winning and everyone winning there is because of Modi. So the aura of the Prime Minister has really taken down the Congress Party even before the battle really begins.
Arnab, can I speak?
Mr. Sabarwal, आपको कुछ कहना है?
Can I speak for a moment? मुझे कहना है. Please allow me to speak. The whole speech of the Prime Minister, the first phase today, it was of the Congress Party, my party, and the nation's party, which has ruled the country, which has served the country rather. Now all of you are debating on my party only.
Ruled.
I don't know how much obsession you people are. How much obsession you people are afraid of us. How many leaders you want to take? Take. Everybody take. People of India are with us. Without the help of the EVM and enforcement agencies, and Modi has formed the new kanoons, which he was mentioning today in the Parliament.
EVM.
सबको extension दे दो. Home Secretary को 2 साल दे दो. Chief Secretary को दे दो. CBI वालों को दे दो. सबको extension दे दो. पूरा पिरामिड तोड़ दो. सारे गवर्नमेंट सर्वेंट्स को डिमोलाइज कर दो. सबको
EVM शुरू हो गया.
He has formed his own.
That's why, because it's a defeated Congress party, it has no idea, no clue whatsoever, no understanding of how to respond. So obviously they have to find a scapegoat. To begin with EVM, end with EVM. It will ultimately be about EVMs.
Every bureaucrat are playing in their heads by getting extension. Delhi में चीफ सेक्रेटरी को 1 साल बढ़ा दो. यूपी के चीफ सेक्रेटरी का 3रा साल कर दो. अरे शर्म करो. कभी ऐसा होता था? What will happen to the whole vertical? You are killing the bureaucrats who are having the age of 58, 59. You are taking their aspiration of the life.
Arnab, can I respond?
You are taking their positions. Responding. All of you people have taken the whole country's constitution into the जानते लिया अपना पूरा संविधान को देश के. सीटें बोल रहे हैं 370 जीतेंगे, 400 बोल रहे हैं. अरे भाई क्या हो रहा है?
Mr.
कितनी
Ramesh
ये मैनिपुलेट
made
करोगे?
a comment.
Why
He
you
said
people
that
are
we are
having
afraid of
obsession of us? इतना डरते क्यों हो?
रमेश जी, can
क्यों
you
ले गए
hear,
हेमंत को?
please?
क्यों
I
ले गए
heard you
वीरेंद्र को?
patiently.
क्यों ले जाते हो?
रमेश जी।
अपने दम पे लड़ो ना।
रमेश जी, ऐसे मत
करके
करिए,
दिखाओ।
दिक्कत हो जाएगी।
जीत के दिखाओ।
सांस फूल
Why
रही है
you
आपकी।
need the leaders of my party?
ऐसे मत करिए।
Why you need?
सर्दी का समय
why you
है,
need
आपकी सांस फूल
Congress
रही है।
Why
Big
you
fight.
need Congress man?
अरे आप
Big
फट
fight.
जाएंगे।
Emotional response from Ramesh Sabharwal. Very emotional tonight.
Not emotional. हारा दिन
Emotional.
देश की जनता
He's
का
emotional हो
हो
गया।
गए हो।
इनको
हर
रोकिए।
टाइम घमंडी इंडिया,
हमारे भाई है,
घमंडी
गिर ना
है,
जाए।
घमंडी क्या है यार?
लोगों की
भेजा-
नजरों से तो गिर ही चुके हैं, कहीं ये गिर ना जाए। मत ऐसे मत चिल्लाइए रमेश जी, अच्छा नहीं लग रहा। आप राहुल गांधी थोड़ी ना है। राहुल गांधी ने तो देखिए आप लोग की बेइज्जती करी दी है, आप अपनी इज्जत बनाए रखिए। अच्छा सुनिए, रमेश जी को मैं बताता हूं। रमेश जी वो सेइंग दैट वी आर अफ्रेड ऑफ द कांग्रेस एंड राहुल गांधी. I will tell you, Arnab, in reality, he wanted to say that the Congress
you talking
leaders
about
and
us?
workers are
अरे भैया,
afraid
Prime
of
Minister
Rahul
की
Gandhi
achievements की बात करो
because
ना।
they
आप
don't
PM
know
की achievements
what
की बात
would
करो।
Rahul Gandhi do.
He gave
And
us-
wherever he goes, there is always a loss for the Congress party. In the Bharat Todo Anyay Yatra, Milind Deora left the Congress. After that, what happened in Bihar, we have seen. Nitish ji has joined NDA. In West Bengal, Mamta Banerjee, after Bharat Todo Nyay Yatra, has said that we'll contest alone. Punjab, Bhagwan Maan has said the same. इसका मतलब भस्मासुर कौन है? भस्मासुर राहुल गांधी है. Second, I want to make it very clear. Narendra Modi ji is a man who delivers even the impossible. Three things I will tell you. Article 370 abrogation, considered impossible, made achievable by Narendra Modi ji. Bhavya Ram Mandir, they used to throw taunts at us. Narendra Modi ji ensured that. UCC, good news is coming from
Narendra Modi,
Uttarakhand.
Narendra Bhagwan
Very
hai.
soon we might also have that. How beautiful. This is what Indian democracy is all about. The strength and the resilience of Indian democracy cannot be judged by stooges and corrupt people like you. Look at yourself. Even your family will be ashamed you are shouting like this.
Third time,
Not even
third year,
hearing my
third
argument.
year
And
extension.
in the end, Arnab, I must say one thing. Imagine how much Narendra
Sabharwal
Modi
ji,
ji, his cabinet
Sabharwal
has
ji,
worked hard.
मैं
That
आपको
after
sabharwal जी मैं आपको कहना चाहता हूं कि
that
sabharwal
we
जी
will come back
sabharwal
again to
जी
serve the people of the country.
Sabharwal ji,
Have you ever seen this?
no
confidence
I want to speak
in
to Mr.
Congress party?
Sabharwal.
No.
Gaurav मुझे give me a chance to. Viewers are asking me that
Please,
why
go ahead.
is such a senior leader like Ramesh Sabharwal getting so emotional today. मैं उसको I want to explain because I know him for a long time. वैसे इनमें धीरज भी है, इनमें धैर्य भी है, मगर आज ना इनमें धीरज है ना धैर्य है. इसका कारण ये है, मैं अब समझाना चाहता हूं सबको, क्योंकि आज के बाद अभिषेक, आज के बाद कोई पार्टी, कोई एक पार्टी भी सीताराम येचुरी को छोड़ के या डी राजा को छोड़ के, बाकी ये दो वामपंथी पार्टियों को छोड़ के कोई पार्टी कांग्रेस के अलाई नहीं बनेगी. आपको मैं अगला क्लिप दिखाता हूं. द प्राइम मिनिस्टर सेड कि इनकी रफ्तार जो थी, अगर उनके रफ्तार में हम काम करते जो हमने 10 साल में किया है 100 साल लग जाते. ये क्लिप देखिए. ये क्लिप देखने के बाद सबरवाल जी, कोई पार्टी आपके साथ अलायंस नहीं करेगी. मैं प्रेडिक्ट कर रहा हूं, कोई पार्टी नहीं करेगी. इस क्लिप को देखिए.
आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, एक कहावत है हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश में, खास ये कहावत कही जाती है, 9 दिन चले 2.5 कोस. और मुझे लगता है कि ये कहावत पूरी तरह कांग्रेस को परिभाषित कर देती है. ये कांग्रेस की सुस्त रफ्तार का कोई मुकाबला नहीं. आज देश में जिस रफ्तार से काम हो रहा है, कांग्रेस सरकार is रफ्तार की कल्पना भी नहीं कर सकते। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, शहरी गरीबों के लिए हमने गरीबों के लिए 400 घर हमने गरीबों के लिए, आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, हमने गरीबों के लिए 4 करोड़ घर बनाए। और शहरी गरीबों के लिए 80 लाख पक्के मकान शहरी गरीबों के लिए बने। अगर कांग्रेस की रफ्तार से घर बने होते तो क्या हुआ होता, मैं इसका हिसाब लगाता हूं। अगर कांग्रेस की जो रफ्तार थी उस प्रकार से चला होता तो 100 साल लगते, इतना काम करने में 100 साल लगते, 5 पीढ़ियां गुजर जाती। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, 10 वर्ष में 40,000 किलोमीटर रेलवे ट्रैक का इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन हुआ। अगर कांग्रेस की रफ्तार से देश चलता, इस काम को करने में 80 साल लग जाते। एक प्रकार से 4 पीढ़ियां गुजर जाती। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, हमने 17 करोड़ अधिक गैस कनेक्शन दिए। ये मैं 10 साल का हिसाब दे रहा हूं। अगर कांग्रेस की चाल से चलते तो ये कनेक्शन देने में और 60 साल लग जाते। 3 पीढ़ियां धुएं में खाना पकाते पकाते गुजर जाती।
अब्बास, आज के स्पीच के बाद, आफ्टर टुडेज स्पीच, you cannot tie up with Congress. Either you say that we take full responsibility, you or we take full responsibility for the sins of the Congress party.
No, अर्नब, बेसिकली पीएम शायद ये कहना चाह रहे
और
थे
आप
कि
क्यों
जिस
लेंगे?
रफ्तार से हमारे देश में गरीबी बढ़ी है, जिस रफ्तार से हमारा विदेशी कर्ज बढ़ा है, जिस रफ्तार से मिडिल क्लास को खत्म करने का काम किया गया है, दैट इज अनप्रेसिडेंटेड।
क्या उन्होंने कहा? नो, कहना चाहते का क्या मतलब है? नो, व्हाट इज कहना चाहते? जो कहा उस पर फोकस कीजिए ना।
मिडिल क्लास हैज बीन systematically finished by the government. This is what has happened. And let me tell you, Arnab, Prime Minister has talked about the size of GDP. Certainly, we have the second largest population in the world. And he has not told us about the per capita GDP, which is the lowest, which is on the 120th rank in the world.
Overnight.
$2,300.
Arnab, can I respond to him, please?
And I would like to object a thing which has been said by the BJP spokesperson. He has referred to the Prime Minister, a democratically elected Prime Minister, as Supreme Leader. No, sir, we don't have Supreme Leader. We are not a dictatorship. We are a democracy. You must apologize that you consider the Prime Minister of India the Supreme Leader.
Gaurav, I have a minute. Gaurav, respond.
I would like to apologize for calling him the Supreme Leader.
Yeah,
Does the
I don't
Constitution
need
of
to
India
learn
have a
about
position called
democracy
Supreme
from
Leader, or the
Samajwadi Party.
Constitution of Bharatiya Janata Party has got one?
Arnab, since the time that it came into being, they have not even been able to give a president
Basically,
outside
Prime
the
Minister has
Yadav
tried to
Parivar.
say
And this is
every
exactly what
relevant
Narendra
question
Modi
that
ji
the
was talking
opposition
about
has
today.
asked
He was talking
when he was
about a
talking
Parivar
about
counter-attack.
controlling the
He didn't
entire
say a word
party.
about money
And
for-
Akhilesh
He
Yadav
was- he
को
was
तो
telling
इज्जत
his
आपके
staff-
अपने घटक दल
He
नहीं
was
दे रहे।
telling
Who
that
said
he's
Akhilesh
obviously-
Vakhilesh?
when he was
It
saying
was
the
Kamal
only
Nath.
गरीबी caste
Did he
होती है
not say
देश में।
Akhilesh
When we
Vakhilesh?
ask question
And
about
then
the
who
OBC,
called
when we
Akhilesh
ask
Yadav
caste
Girgit?
system,
It was
when we ask that
Mayawati.
why
You had allied with
64% post
Mayawati
in
in the
Group
previous
C are
Lok
vacant
Sabha
for
election.
OBCs, while
What does it show?
74% post
Arnab,
in Group B are
Samajwadi Party
vacant,
is
while
a cycle.
60% post in Group
Ladies
A
and
are
gentlemen,
vacant.
And
So only
nobody
This is a
touch it.
very important part. I'm getting a great feedback.
That's also every problem.
I'm getting a great feedback to our debate tonight.
You have worked for particular people of this country.
They will not have
Only
a single
few
MP
Many-
from Uttar Pradesh. We will win all
Gaurav.
80 seats in Uttar Pradesh. That is a forecast
Gaurav.
I'm making because I have full faith in the
BJP is
leadership of
going to
Narendra
lose
Modi
every
ji, and I have
seat
full
in
Viewers,
faith in the
viewers,
Uttar
this
Pradesh.
format. Thank you, Gaurav.
80 out of 80.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Abbas. Thank you, Gaurav and Abbas and Mr. Sabarwal and Orko. Our viewers are loving the format of putting the clips and going to the debate. They say today's debate is very focused, very straightforward. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. People are loving the format of this evening's debate, where we are taking every clip, having a debate on it, a separate clip, having a debate on it. They say tonight's debate is very, very focused, because for those of you who did not hear the full 90-odd minutes of the Prime Minister's speech, you have the most important takeaways. So thank you for your feedback. And now it's time for the nation's sharpest opinion. What are the takeaways in the Prime Minister's speech? There are 8 takeaways, 8 most important points in the Prime Minister's 1 hour and 38-minute historic speech in Parliament. I see this as the most important speech singularly before the 24 battle, and here's why. Number 1, the Prime Minister has declared 370 for only the BJP and 400 plus for the NDA. This means that the Prime Minister is reading the 24 election differently from 29. Because even insiders and psephologists will say the 370 plus number is about 40 more, even if the BJP goes all out. So there's some mega X factor from the Modi reading of this campaign. And he is the most experienced and popular Prime Minister that the country has had. Point number 2, the Prime Minister has rightly called out the rivalry of the UPA era of being mighty pleased about being the 11th largest economy. You know, when Manmohan Singh and Chidam would say, let's celebrate, we are the 11th largest economy. This tells me the Prime Minister is very, very, very secure about the transformation he has led for India's economy. He's confident that the schemes have reached the ground. He's confident about the dramatic shift in a digital-first economy. And he's, most importantly, razor-sharp sure about the contrast between the Congress era and now economically. Third, the Prime Minister is solidly reminding people about the paralysis of the Congress era. And that is very significant as a reminder 10 years in. If he is going to up the ante before the 370 plus figure, usually people are defensive. They say, no, we didn't do too many things wrong. That's not the way the Prime Minister is approaching the battle. He's looking for pro-incumbency in a solid way. If this pro-incumbency happens, then he goes down into history. Fourth, the unapologetic takedown of Nehru. Very good. I'm very happy. I'm glad the Prime Minister wasn't being too politically correct about it, because the damage Nehru did, the selfishness of Nehru, the mistakes of Nehru, and the fact that Nehru was planted, selected and not elected as the first Prime Minister of the country. He has to be exposed. This is very significant for me, because this concoction, ladies and gentlemen, of blind praise for Nehru and Nehruvianism had to be countered. And the Prime Minister is positioning politically aggressively to openly counter it. Fifth, the Prime Minister's step-by-step layout of what he calls his 3 terms is not just about confidence and equal, about strategic vision being delivered. He's working part of a plan. Sixth, corruption is going to be the main focus. The looters will be dragged back. Seventh, the zero tolerance to the Tukde gang is back in focus. Integration in the cacophony of secession of the opposition. That for me will set the tempo. And finally, the countering openly and confidently on the OBC issue. It was just, the way in which the Prime Minister said, you keep saying that where are the OBCs in our bureaucracy, in our government? And he pointed at himself and he said, you don't see me standing here. Ladies and gentlemen, here's clip 4, then we'll debate.
देश की जनता ने हमें जब पहली बार सेवा करने का अवसर दिया, तो हमने पहले कार्यकाल में यूपीए के समय के जो गड्ढे थे, वो गड्ढे भरने में हमारा काफी समय और शक्ति लगी। हम पहले कार्यकाल में वो गड्ढे भरते रहे। हमने दूसरे कार्यकाल में नए भारत की नींव रखी और तीसरे कार्यकाल में हम विकसित भारत को निर्माण को नई गति देंगे। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, पहले कार्यकाल में हमने स्वच्छ भारत, उज्ज्वला, आयुष्मान भारत, बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, उसी प्रकार से सुगम्य भारत, डिजिटल इंडिया, ऐसे कितने ही जनहित के कामों को अभियान का स्वरूप देकर के आगे बढ़ाए। टैक्स व्यवस्था आसान हो, इसके लिए जीएसटी जैसे निर्णय लिए और हमारे इन कामों को देख करके जनता ने भरपूर समर्थन दिया, जनता ने बहुत आशीर्वाद दिए, पहले से भी ज्यादा आशीर्वाद दिए और हमारा दूसरा कार्यकाल प्रारंभ हुआ। कांग्रेस की जो मानसिकता है, जिसका देश को बहुत नुकसान हुआ, कांग्रेस ने देश के सामर्थ्य पर कभी भी विश्वास नहीं किया। वे अपने आप को शासक मानते रहे और जनता जनार्दन को हमेशा कमतर आंकते गए, छोटा आंकते गए। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, देश के नागरिकों के लिए कैसा सोचते थे, मैं जानता हूं, मैं नाम बोलते ही उनको जरा चुभन होगी, लेकिन 15 अगस्त लाल किले से प्रधानमंत्री नेहरू ने जो कहा था वो मैं जरा पढ़ता हूं। लाल किले से भारत के प्रथम प्रधानमंत्री ने जो कहा था वो पढ़ रहा हूं, नेहरू जी ने। उन्होंने कहा था, हिंदुस्तान में काफी मेहनत करने की आदत आम तौर से नहीं है। हम इतना काम नहीं करते जितना कि यूरोप वाले या जापान वाले या चीन वाले या रूस वाले या अमेरिका वाले करते हैं। ये नेहरू जी लाल किले से बोल रहे हैं। यह न समझिए, यह न समझिए कि वह, यह न समझिए कि वह कौमें, ये न समझिए कि वह कौमें कोई जादू से खुशहाल हो गई। वो मेहनत से हुई है और अक्ल से हुई है। ये उनको सर्टिफिकेट दे रहे हैं, भारत के लोगों को नीचा दिखा रहे हैं। यानी नेहरू जी की भारतीयों के प्रति सोच थी कि भारतीय आलसी है। नेहरू जी की भारतीयों के लिए सोच थी कि भारतीय कम अक्ल के लोग होते हैं। हमें देश के सामर्थ्य पर भरोसा है, हमें लोगों की शक्ति पर भरोसा है। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, देश की जनता ने हमें जब पहली बार सेवा करने का अवसर दिया तो हमने पहले कार्यकाल में यूपीए के समय के जो गड्ढे थे वो गड्ढे भरने में हमारा काफी समय और शक्ति लगी। हम पहले कार्यकाल में वो गड्ढे भरते रहे। हमने दूसरे कार्यकाल में नए भारत की नींव रखी और तीसरे कार्यकाल में हम विकसित भारत को निर्माण को नई गति देंगे। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, मोदी ने उनको पूछा जिनको पहले कोई पूछता तक नहीं था।
And ladies and gentlemen, on the debate, I have with me Sanju Verma and Suhail Seth on one side. Suhail backs the Prime Minister's speech. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. We have the Samajwadi Party's Vivek Silas and backing the Aam Aadmi Party, Dr. Piyush Joshi. Vivek Silas, I want to start with you first. And Piyush Joshi. How wonderful that the Prime Minister exposed Nehru, a Prime Minister who said that Indians lack intellect. A Prime Minister who from the Red Fort said, you Indians, you are lazy. Indians are lazy. Chinese are not lazy. Indians lack intellect. Europeans have intellect. How unfortunate. The Prime Minister followed it up by saying, Vivek and Piyush, that he has faith in 140 crore Indians. 25 crore have been lifted out of poverty in his years because they got sadhan, sansadhan and swabhiman, resources, opportunities, pride. This is very important because if a leader runs down his own people, if you have people like Rajiv Gandhi, पैसे नहीं पहुंचते गरीब को, बड़ा पेड़ गिरता है, जमीन हिलती है, लोग मरते हैं. इंडियंस में बुद्धि नहीं है, इंडियंस में क्षमता नहीं है, इंडियंस में कुछ काम करने की इच्छा नहीं है. These kind of prime ministers we have had. So Vivek and Piyush, first of all, don't look so disappointed. It's not over till it's over. But please respond to these comments of the Prime Minister.
Yes, first of all, very good evening to you, Arnab. I think the Honorable Prime Minister has taken India and the people of India for granted. That is why he has said that the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to win 370 seats and the NDA would get, say, around 400 plus. That is what he said. I think it is, it is for the people of India to decide that who is going to get what at the end of the day. It's not the Prime Minister that who can decide it in the Parliament. I think it is an insult to the voters of India what he said. The Prime Minister also talked about Ayushman and Ujjwala in his speech. I was hearing his speech very, very carefully. But he did not mention the CAG report, that how corruption has been done in Ayushman Yojana and Ujjwala Yojana both. He talked about GST, but he didn't even speak a word about the demonetization and the after effects of demonetization. He talked about Khadi also, very surprisingly. But he forgot to mention that he wears a suit of 10 lakhs and he changes his dresses 4 times a day. He talked about 2 crore. He couldn't give 2 crore jobs, but today he talked about 3 crore Lakpati Didi. That is an irony, Arnab. It is something incredible. बेटियों की भी बात की और नोटबंदी में बेटियों की कैसे उन्होंने इंसल्ट की थी, सबने देख किस तरह से मजाक उड़ाया. मणिपुर में क्या हुआ बेटियों के साथ, उस पर एक शब्द नहीं बोला. हमारी रेसलर्स के साथ क्या हुआ उन्होंने नहीं let me I just take 10 seconds more, please give me 10 seconds. Today our Honorable Prime Minister ने आइसक्रीम की बात की कि महंगी आइसक्रीम खा सकते हैं, कोई फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन उन्होंने निर्मला जी की बात नहीं की जिन्होंने कहा हम तो लहसुन प्याज खाते ही नहीं है, तो हमको क्या पता उसका क्या रेट होगा. उन्होंने कहा मुझ पे जितना जुल्म कर सको जुल्म कर लो. उन्होंने ये भी कहा. मैं बहुत संजू जी बिल्कुल कहा, लेकिन जुल्म तो मोदी जी ने देश की जनता पे किया है. जिस तरह से गरीबी, महंगाई, बेरोजगारी, शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य में काम नहीं हो रहा है और जिस तरह से लगातार भ्रष्टाचार बढ़ता जा रहा है. किसानों की बात की उन्होंने कि आय दुगनी करने की बात तो उन्होंने 2022 में की थी. संजू जी क्या हुआ, आय दुगनी हो गई क्या? किसानों को आप लोग ने आतंकवादी और पाकिस्तानी और खालिस्तानी क्या क्या नहीं बोला. उनके सामने कीले निकल आप लोगों ने गाड़ दी कि वो आगे नहीं आ पाए. 750 किसानों की शहादत हो गई, लेकिन आप लोग पे असर नहीं हुआ और आखिरी में कानून को वापस
Vivek Silas, Vivek Silas, I need to just correct you. Vivek Silas, Vivek Silas, before Sanju Verma gives you a political response as BJP, or no, I just want to make a quick point. Vivek Silas said, surprisingly, Prime Minister mentioned Khadi. Now, I need to, bring some facts. When Prime Minister Modi took over in 2014, the annual turnover of Khadi and Village Industries Commission, which is the body which takes care of Khadi as an industry in India, was 8,000 crore rupees, less almost $1 billion. Today it is 1,35,000 crore rupees, more than any FMCG multinational in the country.
Okay.
And that's because Prime Minister Modi's focus on Khadi, push for Khadi and commitment to Khadi. So I think that fact I wanted to bring to the notice of Silas, who is surprised by Prime Minister's mention of Khadi. And another quick point before the debate gets political, Arnab. Nehru was very confident of himself. You know, he could wine and dine and whatever with the best in the world. But he was not confident about his own people, the people he led. But Prime Minister Modi is of course confident about himself, and that is the reason why he's saying BJP is going to get 370 seats and NDA 400, and he's confident about the people of the country also. That's the difference.
Yeah. Correct. Let Sanju respond now to the initial comments in response to
Thank
this.
you. You know, Arnab, I'll start with a quote from one of my favorite movies by one of my favorite actors, Brad Pitt, in this movie called The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. There's a saying, there's a line which, you know, has stuck on with me. It says our lives are defined by opportunities, even the ones that we miss. And I dare say, the BJP's trajectory in the last 10 years under the aegis of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is defined by every opportunity that has been handsomely capitalized. And on the flip side, the Congress has defined itself by every opportunity that it has willfully and deliberately chosen to ignore and miss. That is the harsh reality. Now, coming to some hard facts, you know, people accuse me, oh, she rattles data. You know, because I think data does not lie, and I would rather engage in data than in flippant rhetoric. The Prime Minister laid down the tenor ahead of 2024 by giving out relevant statistics. But since the Samajwadi panelist said, ye nahi hua, wo nahi hua, I would urge you to first listen to my video, which is going quite viral on Twitter. I've showcased how, by virtue of 28 lakh people joining the EPFO and the SIC every month, we are talking of 3.34 crore subscribers every year, which means in the last 10 years, 33.6 crore subscribers were added, roughly 34 crore, assuming that only 63% of these are new joinees in the 18 to 25 age bracket. That means effectively in the last 10 years, we've not added 20 crore jobs. How many jobs did we add? We added 21.42 crore jobs. That is simple mathematics. Now, don't disturb me. Point number 2. This entire bogey of inflation, inflation par Pradhan Mantri baat nahi karte. So I've done a calculation, and this is numbers that I've gotten from the World Bank. It's not numbers that I've culled out from my hat. 10 years of Sonia Gandhi / Manmohan Singh government from 2004 to 2014, average inflation, retail inflation, which I'm talking of, was 10.4%. Average retail inflation under the Modi government in the last 10 years, despite two black swan events, a global pandemic, the worst in over 100 years, and the Russia-Ukraine conflict in 2022. Despite two black swan events, the average retail inflation is 5.4%, below the RBI's upper band of 6%. So point number 2 is I've busted your two falsehoods pertaining to inflation and unemployment, which I encounter from this cabal of Rahul Gandhi and co on every other debate a zillion times. Now, speaking of Nehru, very quickly without being verbose, I want to add this. You know, way back between 1947 and 1964, the average GDP growth of Japan was 7.9%, USSR 4.4%. Theek hai bhai, these economies were doing well and were considered developed even way back, a couple of decades back. But imagine, even an economy like Burma grew at 3.16% between 1947 and 1964. And Arnab, do you know what was the GDP growth under Nehru between 1947 and 1964 when it comes to India? It was a measly, a pathetic 1.68%. And our life expectancy rate under Nehru was 32 years, when even sub-Saharan Africa had a life expectancy of 48 years. So there I busted your narrative with respect to Modi ji ne kuch kiya nahi, Modi ji ki guarantee ye hai, wo hai. I want to ask me, please, just indulge me for 20 seconds more. When the Samajwadi Party sits here, now this is my political response. Keep the data aside for the time being. My political response, you say Narendra Modi ji ने कुछ नहीं किया. बेरोजगारी बढ़ रही है. Inflation बढ़ रहा है. The safety and security of the nation is on tenterhooks. Hypothetically assuming all that you're saying, your reckless allegations have a modicum of truth in them. My simple question then is, the Samajwadi Party was routed in 2017 assembly elections. In 2022 assembly elections, you said, चाहे दुनिया इधर की उधर हो जाए, Yogi Adityanath, the incumbent chief minister, will never come back to power. And what happened? For the first time in 37 long years, a sitting chief minister from the relevant party, the BJP in this case, rode back to power with 255 seats, and for all of the Samajwadi Party's false bravado on television debates, you were reduced to a measly 111 seats. And do you know, Arnab, how many seats the Samajwadi Party has in the Lok Sabha today? They got 5 seats in 2019 from Uttar Pradesh, but they lost the Rampur and the Azamgarh by-elections. Today, Samajwadi Party has a measly 3 seats in the Lok Sabha, and it is unfortunate that I have to debate with these people जो चुनाव जीतना नहीं, चुनाव हारना जानते हैं.
And now your 20 seconds are way over. Sanju, now I need to get others in. The point being, I want an analysis on this, because Sohail is one of the best brand communication experts in the country. He knows the art of messaging. His whole career is the art of messaging. In that sense, how do you review the Prime Minister's speech, or what would you think is his fundamental message?
So, 3 things here, Arnab. From his speech, it's very clear he is now in election mode. The problem is not the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is a politician. Akhilesh Yadav is a politician. Arvind Kejriwal is a politician. Rahul Gandhi, sadly, is an activist. You have to decide whether you want to be a politician or an activist. Number 1. Number 2, look at the India alliance. To my mind, the biggest mistake the opposition made was christen themselves under India. Today, that India is fractured and divisive. Imagine Akhilesh Yadav having to say that mere ko nyota hi nahi mila gaya, I wasn't even told, I have not been informed. This is the second time he said it. Mamata Banerjee launched a diatribe of the worst kind. I mean, after that, Rahul Gandhi and she can never be friends. But then, in politics, it's the art of the impossible. What is the difference between Narendra Modi and the opposition? The opposition speaks 2 kinds of languages. One, which is anti-Indian, not anti-India. Anti-Indian. It's almost as if jo bhi tarakki India kare, the opposition wants to mock it. That's the perception. And does the BJP capitalize on that perception? Of course they do, because they're a political party. They're waiting for you to stumble. Every time you question the Prime Minister, he transfers that question. देखिए, ये मेरे पे नहीं, पर भारत पे सवाल उठा रहे हैं. ये मेरी कामयाबी पे नहीं, आपकी कामयाबी पे सवाल उठा रहे हैं. So what he does is he transfers it, and the opposition is left stunned because they don't know what to do. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is Manishankar Iyer 2.0. Everything is going swimmingly well. First, you start abusing Mamata Banerjee, who's your only ally. Next, in Parliament today, you question Balakot. You then cast aspersions on the armed forces, which are very dear to every Indian, as they should be. I mean, how many self-goals will you score? Even Maradona, from heaven must be wondering what the hell is going on. Number 3, the Prime Minister communicates in a language where messaging is very clear. I'd always joked about Narendra Modi, and he's been my briefing client. So I've told him this before he became CM and now. He should have been in advertising, but thank God he's not. He's fulfilling a larger purpose. Everything is sloganized so people can remember. Rahul Gandhi talks in a language that is indecipherable even to him. I mean, how on earth do you use coal for stoves? That itself spirals the entire population into a think, saying, what the hell is he saying? By the time the population understands what he said, Narendra Modi has moved the goalposts. Now, my point is, it's not about Narendra Modi or the BJP. The BJP is very clear, whether we like it or not. They are clear that their only purpose is to be in power, which is, by the way, the rule and the mandate for any political party. Political parties are not supposed to sit in opposition, or as the Prime Minister said, in speakers' galleries. Their job is to be in power. Arvind Kejriwal is in power, and hats off to Aam Aadmi Party for having come this far in such a short time. And it's praiseworthy. But the point is, you cannot now blame Narendra Modi for fighting the
But having
opposition.
said that,
He went to Ram Mandir not just to consecrate the temple.
No, having said
what did you
that,
want him to do? Pray for an opposition? Or go to Khan Market looking to buying an opposition? No, that's not his job. It is the job of the opposition to oppose. But what's happening is the opposition today is opposing Indians. It is opposing the idea of Indianness, and it is opposing the success of India. That's the problem. And the Prime Minister is smart enough to transfer every attack on him as an attack on India and India.
Piyush, my next clip, very well I understood. If my next clip is very significant, Piyush, from your perspective, since you're a Kejriwal supporter. Narendra Modi believes that if corrupt leaders, whether they be Hemant Soren or Arvind Kejriwal, since the allegation is against him, allegedly, or others, if they are put in jail or they are punished, if they are found to be corrupt, then people will support such action. He actually said with pride, they used to seize 5,000 crores. Our enforcement directorate under our time seizes 1,000 crores. So Narendra Modi knows that corruption will be the big issue. Piyush, watch this clip. Just watch this clip. I would like to play clip number 6, where the Prime Minister speaks about corruption. Can we please play that?
यहाँ पर बहुत गुस्सा व्यक्त किया गया, जितना हो सका उतने कठोर शब्द में गुस्सा व्यक्त किया गया। उनका दर्द मैं समझता हूं, उनकी मुसीबत और ये गुस्सा मैं समझता हूं, क्योंकि तीर निशाने पर लगा है। भ्रष्टाचार पर एजेंसियां एक्शन ले रही हैं, उसको लेकर भी इतना गुस्सा, क्या क्या शब्दों का प्रयोग किया जा रहा है। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, 10 साल पहले हमारे सदन में, पार्लियामेंट में क्या चर्चा होती थी? सदन का पूरा समय घोटालों की चर्चा पर जाता था, भ्रष्टाचार की चर्चा पर जाता था, लगातार एक्शन की डिमांड होती थी। सदन यही मांग करता रहता था, एक्शन लो, एक्शन लो, एक्शन लो। वो कालखंड देश ने देखा है, चारों तरफ भ्रष्टाचार की खबरें रोजमर्रा। और आज जब भ्रष्टाचारियों पर एक्शन लिया जा रहा है, तो लोग उनका समर्थन में हंगामा करते हैं। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, इनके समय में एजेंसियों का सिर्फ और सिर्फ राजनीतिक उपयोग के लिए उपयोग किया जाता था, बाकी उनको कोई काम करने नहीं दिया जाता था। अब आप देखिए उनके कालखंड में क्या हुआ। पीएमएलए एक्ट के तहत हमने पहले के मुकाबले 2 गुने से अधिक केस दर्ज किए। कांग्रेस के समय में ईडी ने 5,000 करोड़ रुपए की संपत्ति जब्त की। हमारे कार्यकाल में ईडी ने 1 लाख करोड़ रुपए की संपत्ति, देश का लूटा हुआ माल देना ही पड़ेगा। और जिनका इतना सारा माल पकड़ा जाता हो, नोटों के ढेर पकड़े जाते हो, और अधीर बाबू तो बंगाल से आते हैं, देखे हैं नोटों के ढेर उन्होंने। तो किस किस के घर में से पकड़े जाते, किस किस राज्यों में पकड़े जाते थे। ये देश नोटों के ढेर देख देख करके चौंक गया है। लेकिन अब जनता को आप मूर्ख नहीं बना सकते। जनता देख रही है कि किस प्रकार से यूपीए सरकार में जो भ्रष्टाचार की बातें होती थी उसका टोटल 10-15 लाख करोड़ का रहा है, चर्चा होती थी। हमने लाखों करोड़ के घोटाले तो अटकाए, लेकिन उन सारे पैसों को गरीबों के काम लगा दिया, गरीबों के कल्याण के लिए। अब बिचौलियों के लिए गरीबों को लूटना बहुत मुश्किल हो गया है।
So Piyush, you must be very scared. You must be very scared. You thought ED, CBI, Supreme Court, go help us, we are being victimized, will put the BJP on the defensive. No. Absolutely the opposite. The Prime Minister is going to make it an issue to get votes. And you, by claiming that, the ED is against you, are actually going around telling the people, we are corrupt, but vote for us. The BJP is going to say, we caught them, they are corrupt, vote for us. Who will the people vote for? Piyush, it's a losing battle.
Right.
You heard that clip. It's a losing battle for you.
Right. So all I'm going to say that the way the Prime Minister spoke about the enforcement directorates and its political witch hunt is basically a shamelessly brazen attempt on covering up the tracks of the enforcement directorate. So he does not talk about Himanta Biswa Sarma. We have, it may appear like a platitude. We keep on talking about the same things again and again. We are all irritated by it. We did not talk about Ajit Dada Pawar. He did not talk about Digambar Kamath. He did not talk about Chhagan Bhujbal. He did not talk about, scores of the scams of corruption which have happened in the states which are being ruled by the Bharatiya Janata Party. I come from a state of Madhya Pradesh. The Prime Minister talked about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Yojana. Now tell me, the two topmost states who rank in maternal mortality are Assam and Madhya Pradesh. Assam ranks number one when it comes to maternal mortality rate.
Corruption.
And Madhya Pradesh ranks number two.
Violation of FEMA. Violation of FEMA.
I don't understand. Piyush Joshi,
Violation
if
of
you heard the
FEMA.
Prime Minister complete.
Arnab, I have been very patient in listening to you. I heard you out. Now I just want one to 1.5 minutes. I do not require much more amount of time to make my point. Then you can always counter me. Now, just let me enumerate certain schemes which the Prime Minister announced during his tenure. Startup India.
I will only make one point. I will make one point. I will make one point, and then you debate on this with Sanju. This is going to be a damn furious debate. But you let me make my one point, then you debate with Sanju. Make one point.
Sure, go on.
If they are all wrong, if the ED is wrong, if the government is wrong, if you guys are victimized, if it is all fake, then tell me and tell the nation, how does the ED claim a 96% conviction rate in cases registered again under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act? How does the ED claim 96% conviction rate?
Does the ED mention in how many of the cases registered the ED has got the convictions in total? It is less. It is a 0.5% conviction rate for the enforcement directorate.
I need to come
96%.
Total number of cases registered, and then you look at the conviction rates.
Did some money was money recovered from Partha Chatterjee's house or not? Was money recovered from Partha Chatterjee's
Now
house?
let me just few more things.
Was
We
money
talked about
recovered in
how
Partha Chatterjee's house? The answer is yes.
This can't be a monologue by the Aam Aadmi Party.
Madam, you had a long monologue. I did not interrupt. So I'm just finishing off my argument. When we talk about higher education, what happened with the higher education?Here is the
Listen to me, yaar. Listen to me. Arvind Kejriwal has a problem for every solution.
Madam,
Arvind
talk
Kejriwal
about
also has
the
many
life
friends
expectancy
who
during the
can
time
take.
of Nehru.
Yeah,
Now
you
tell
have to
me,
stop.
when were the
You're
most of the
sounding
primary health centers
like your
built up?
leader.
Tell me,
You're going on and
when were
on.
the most of the primary health centers built up in this country?
Yeah, why don't you lower his fader?
When
Actually,
was the
don't lower his fader because he will also play
last
victim. Here's the thing.
committee formed when it
Let me
comes to
tell
the
you.
primary health care in this country?
This man is just coming
money
here and speaking
from
very gibberish. And you're giving him a free run.
When was the when was green revolution
Okay,
done?
let
When was
one minute. Piyush, now you're getting a little worked up. You're getting a little worked up. I gave you the number of
Around
96% conviction in cases registered under the PMLA, which the ED operates under. I'd like Sanju to come in, please. Viewers, it's clear to me. Mr. Modi intends to make... Okay, before you come in, Sohail and Piyush take a break. Let Sohail respond 30 seconds, then Sanju comes in, then we'll take it forward. Yeah.
Conviction or
Sohail, 30 seconds to you.
Piyush, I believe Arvind Kejriwal is as pure as the driven snow. If he is, why is he not responding to the ED summons? 5 times the ED has to call him. Who is he, Mahatma Gandhi? If he's Mahatma Gandhi and he's so pure, he's so honorable, he should go to the ED's office and submit himself for questioning. When Narendra Modi was accused post Godra, he submitted himself to questioning. So, aapke, as we would say in Punjabi, Arvind Kejriwal ko kaun se lattu lage hain? Number one. Number two, was money found in Partho Chatterjee's house or not in Calcutta?
Capacity is
It was.
asking Kejriwal
Money was found in his house. Did Enforcement Directorate plant that money? No. The money came from somewhere. The Enforcement Directorate has every reason to recover that money. So, let's not find a problem for every solution. The point with the Aam Aadmi Party is you have now become used to crying wolf.
I think
become used to playing victim. Enough is enough. Yeah, I'm done.
Now, I'm just asking the question.
I think it's 1 minute. Let Sanju respond. Abhishek, you come in after Sanju. Sanju. No, 1 minute. Piyush, now wait. Piyush is now Sanju's turn. We open it up. Piyush, you now down a pick a chill now. Piyush,
is he asked to appear as a witness? Is he asked to appear as a head of political party?
I refuse to speak if I'm not given time because I did not heckle Piyush Joshi when he was talking.
Are they asking
I think it's unfair that you allow Piyush Joshi to heckle me. I refuse to speak.
So who's going to speak?
Let him continue. Let him continue to rant and ramble. Because when he was talking, I was absolutely quiet. I expect the same courtesy. Thank
you did not extend me the same courtesy, madam. You did.
Listen, I'm not talking to you. I'm addressing the anchor. So shut up. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the anchor of the show, Arnab Goswami.
Now, Piyush, now, okay. Piyush, okay, man.
There's no need to get
okay, now we move on.
I never use this disrespectful word when it comes to you. So I expect the same courtesy from you.
Fine, continue to cry. Continue to cry.
1 minute, please continue.
I refuse to debate. You can continue to cry on national television if that is what Arnab Goswami wants you to do.
Attitude of a very powerful man.
Piyush, now you're overdoing it, yaar.
What are we talking about?
Piyush, you're overdoing it now. I have limited time. I have 2 more clips to take. Don't overdo it. I got your point. I know you're nervous. I know you're worried that on Wednesday the court may okay an arrest warrant. Then it's your problem. You go for summons before that.
What is about the mental state of the BJP people,
Fine.
क्योंकि तुमसे
पहले जो यहाँ पे you want to have the debate where you give a long road to this Aam Aadmi Party goon, so be it. I refuse to debate like this because I did not
very intense. Continue, yeah. Piyush, be quiet.
Arnab, on a lighter note, if Arvind Kejriwal is innocent, then Sanju Verma is Taylor Swift, Arnab Goswami is Elvis Presley, and Piyush Joshi is Elton John. But unfortunately, that's not the case. On a more serious note, I have this to say, and maybe, we can say Suhail said is Ed Sheeran. On a more serious note, I have this to say. It was in April 2023 that Abhishek Manu Singhvi was representing 14 opposition parties, including Congress, DMK, RJD, Aam Aadmi Party, what have you. And exactly the trope that the opposition speaks every 24/7 on live debates. And 95% of the cases are against the BJP. BJP is a washing machine. This is what Abhishek Manu Singhvi said. That 95% of the cases are against the opposition. The ED is being authoritarian. And listen to what CJI, Chief Justice Chandrachud said. He said, are you saying that because of these statistics that you've quoted, Mr. Singhvi, there should be immunity from investigation? Political leaders stand absolutely on the same standing as the citizens of this country. They do not claim a higher identity. How can there be a different set of procedures for them? Are you saying politicians should be given protection? And then Justice Chandrachud goes on to say, you claim, Mr. Singhvi, that the political space for the opposition in India has shrunk. We urge you to find a solution to your shrinking political space within the political space. You cannot use the judiciary to settle your political battles. So if the political space of the opposition has shrunk, hypothetically speaking, because it believes that the ED is being weaponized, the CJI has clearly said it's a political battle. Find a solution within the political landscape. Do not weaponize the judiciary to settle your political scores. So point number one, the Supreme Court has come down heavily on the likes of Abhishek Manu Singhvi, and I won't use impolite language saying Abhishek Manu Singhvi thereafter withdrew his petition and scurried with his tail between his legs, because that would be impolite. But I'll be more generous. And now let me tell you some hard statistics. Satendra Jain's
How long are you going to continue?
Satendra Jain's
How long are you going to
rejected
continue?
22 times.
Ladies and gentlemen, now clip number 7, where the Prime Minister takes on the Tukre Tukre gang. And this is very significant because just recently, a few days back, a very senior Congress leader demanded a separate nation for South India for better tax distribution, and the Congress took no action against. Here's a clip of the Prime Minister. Clip number 7.
आतंकवाद, नक्सलवाद एक छोटे दायरे में अब सिमटा हुआ है। लेकिन भारत की जो टेररिज्म के प्रति जीरो टॉलरेंस नीति है, आज पूरे विश्व को भी भारत की इस नीति की तरफ चलने के लिए मजबूर होना पड़ा। भारत की सेनाएं सीमाओं से लेकर के समंदर तक अपने सामर्थ्य को लेकर के आज भी ठाक है। हमें हमारी सेना के पराक्रम पर गर्व होना चाहिए। हम कितना ही उनके मोरल तोड़ने की कोशिश करें, मुझे मेरी सेना पर भरोसा है। मैंने उनके सामर्थ्य को देखा है। कुछ राजनेता सेना के लिए हल्के फुल्के शब्द बोल दें, इससे मेरे देश की सेना डिमोरलाइज होगी। ये सपनों में कोई रहते तो निकल जाए। देश के मूड को वो खत्म नहीं कर सकते, और किसी के एजेंट बन करके इस प्रकार की भाषा अगर कहीं से भी उठती है, देश कभी स्वीकार नहीं कर सकता है। और जो खुलेआम देश में अलग देश बनाने की वकालत करते हैं, जोड़ने की बातें छोड़ो, तोड़ने की कोशिश करिए। यार, आपके अंदर क्या पड़ा हुआ है? क्या इतने टुकड़े करके अभी भी आपके मन को समाधान नहीं हुआ है? देश के इतने टुकड़े कर चुके हो आप, और टुकड़े करना चाहते हो? कब तक करते रहोगे? आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, इसी सदन में अगर कश्मीर की बात होती थी तो हमेशा चिंता का स्वर निकलता था, छिटाकसी होती थी, आरोप प्रत्यारोप होते थे। आज जम्मू कश्मीर में अभूतपूर्व विकास की चर्चा हो रही है और गर्व के साथ हो रही है। पर्यटन लगातार बढ़ रहा है। G20 समिट होती है वहां, पूरा विश्व आज उसकी सराहना करता है। आर्टिकल 370 को लेकर के कैसा हुआ बना के रखा था। कश्मीर के लोगों ने जिस प्रकार से उसको गले लगाया है, कश्मीरी जनता ने जिस प्रकार से गले लगाया है, और आखिर के ये समस्या किसकी देन थी? किसने देश के माथे पर मारा था? किसने भारत के संविधान के अंदर इस प्रकार की दरार करके रखी हुई थी? इनके सशक्तिकरण के माध्यम से राष्ट्र के विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करने की जो राह है, उसका स्पष्ट दिशा निर्देश आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति जी ने कहा है। अच्छा हो सकता है आपके यहाँ फिशरमैन माइनॉरिटी के ना हो सकता है आपके यहाँ पशुपालक माइनॉरिटी के ना हो सकता है किसान आपके यहाँ माइनॉरिटी के ना हो सकता है महिलाएं आपके यहाँ माइनॉरिटी में ना हो सकता है कि आपके यहाँ युवा में माइनॉरिटी। क्या हो गया है दादा? क्या देश के युवा जी की बात होती है? समाज के सब वर्ग नहीं होते हैं? क्या देश की नारी की बात होती है? देश की सभी नारी नहीं होती है? कब तक टुकड़ों में सोचते रहोगे? कब तक समाज को बांटते रहोगे? सब सीमा करो, सीमा करो। बहुत तोड़ा देश को।
Strong words from the Prime Minister Vivek Sir. And very important, Soil. Because today the India Alliance says that India is not a nation. India is a union of states. India is not a nation. We are not a nation. And then a Congress leader comes and says, we want a separate country for the South. If this is not anti-national, what is, Vivek? And parties like yours remain quiet. You celebrate when such statements are being made.
But you see,
There's a general election coming, Sohail. People will punish you, Vivek.
But strategically,
Arnab,
Modi is
Arnab,
taking
let me tell
advantage
you
as he
very,
will.
very clearly. Mr. Seth, please let me respond, Mr. Seth. Please, thank you so much. Arnab, let me tell you very, very clearly that I am with the Honorable Prime Minister on this. Very clearly, I am telling you, because the country cannot be divided at all under any stretch of imagination. That is our line. And
But Congress says there should be a separate southern state, southern nation.
I don't
Rahul Gandhi
agree
says
with
we are
that.
not a nation. You go along with
I
that.
don't agree. I
You
don't
see,
agree
as
with
Vivek
the
says, I don't
separation
think-
of our country. Not at all. Let me tell you. Sanju Verma from the Bharatiya
But it's a
Janata
difference
Party
of opinion you can live with. It's a difference of opinion you can live with. How do you live with that difference of opinion? How do you,
On the
Piyush?
contrary,
How do you?
on the
I can
contrary,
tell you
if I were
thousands
advising
of difference of
Samajwadi
opinion in the
Party,
Bharatiya Janata Party.
if I were advising
1,000.
Samajwadi Party, I would have told Akhilesh, who I know has the right mindset, this would be reason enough for him to walk out of that alliance. To say that we do not subscribe to a view where India should be broken or India divided or India fractured. That would have
Exactly.
given him enough reason to walk out of that alliance. And people would have saluted the SP. Sometimes silence is complicit. And people
Correct.
will say that why did Akhilesh, a man of Akhilesh's legacy, not walk out of this alliance? Why is Mamata Banerjee not walking out of the alliance, although she's abusing them day in and day out? But people are going to ask, because exactly what I said in my opening remarks.
Okay, 1 minute. Responses
Is
now.
playing into
Stunned
exactly
response
the
right
narrative
now.
that you people
The
are setting up.
reactions, the reactions I'm seeing from the opposition parties. The reactions I'm seeing from the opposition parties throughout this special program give me a feeling that they know with the Prime Minister's speech, it's a rout.
Exactly.
Only question
Exactly,
is extent
Arnab.
of the
Let
rout.
the people of
That
India
will know
decide.
after May 25th.
Let the people of India take a call, Arnab. We cannot decide the
People of India took a
general
call in
election on a TV.
2014. People of India took a call in
don't have to tell me
2019.
what happened.
People of India took a
What
call in
happened in
assembly elections in Uttar
obvious.
Pradesh in 2017.
Obviously, the
They
people
were
of India will
routed.
take a call.
People
They're
of
not
India took a
expecting
call
this
in
television panel to
2022
decide
UP
anything.
assembly
What happened
elections
in
where
Chandigarh?
Akhilesh Yadav was
How are
routed.
you and
The point is you're not willing to have a reality
What the
check.
Chief Justice
That's
of
the
India
basic
said.
problem with the
That
opposition.
is the death of
Barring your
democracy.
visceral
We
hatred
saw
for
what
Narendra
happened
Modi.
during the mayor election.
You
of
have no
Delhi.
common political
Don't have to
agenda.
tell me.
You have no common economic
We all
program.
saw that.
You do not have a national
Shame on you.
convener. You do not have a national
What happened
chairperson
in
of the
Chandigarh
Dot
mayor
Alliance.
election?
You are
It was the
barely
death of
a
democracy.
loose alliance of
What Mr.
debilitated
Chandrachud said,
parties
the Chief
whose
Justice of
only
India.
agenda is कि मोदी जी
It
जो
was
कहे
the death
हम
of
उसके
democracy.
विपरीत बोलेंगे.
In Chandigarh,
That is why
we saw
Samajwadi
what
Party will not
Bharatiya
come back to
Janata
power even in the next
time?
20 years. लिखवा के रख लो.
Is it this the way
अरे
to
भाई
be
साहब, you
elected?
have 3 seats
What
in the
you
Lok
did in
Sabha.
Chandigarh?
Samajwadi
You should
Party
be
has
ashamed
3
of
seats
yourself.
in the Lok Sabha. Are you ashamed of yourself or not? You got 5 measly seats from
What you
Uttar
did in
Pradesh.
Chandigarh, you should be ashamed of
We
yourself.
got 62
What happened
seats
in
in Lok Sabha
Chandigarh? Mayor
2019 from Uttar Pradesh. We
Is
got
it that moral
73
you hold?
seats in Lok Sabha
That is why you are called the biggest
2014
party
from
in the
Uttar
world.
Pradesh. How many
This is
seats
what
have
you
you
do.
got? चुनाव
This is
जीतो
what-
भाई
this
साहब,
is what
पहले
you do
चुनाव जीतना
with the
सीखो,
mandate.
बाद में बीजेपी
What
को
you
नैतिकता
have
पर
done
भाषण
in
देना.
Chandigarh is
I will
shameful.
listen to your rhetoric provided you
should
know how to win elections.
apologize on that.
You have been wiped out.
You should be
Your
shameful.
Akhilesh Yadav is fighting
Sanjay, you should
Ram
be
Gopal
shameful.
Yadav. Ram Gopal
You should
Yadav is
hold your
fighting
hand and
Shivpal
say
Yadav.
sorry
ये
to
तो
the
आपकी
nation.
legacy है.
What you have done
Ladies
is
and
You
gentlemen,
guys
the
are
big
not
story
able
this
to
week.
rise above your family
incredibly
fractious
horrible
politics.
and dangerous.
Ram
It's
Gopal Yadav is against Akhilesh
the
Yadav. Akhilesh
election.
Yadav is against
The
Shivpal
election,
Yadav.
this
will
is
be
this is
level
February,
politics.
ladies and
You are
gentlemen,
party too.
the 5th of February.
So don't give me a bhashan where
The
I'm
5th
not
of
going to
February.
listen to your rubbish.
This is the 5th of February. And my final thoughts tonight. Sanju, my final thought. This is the 5th of February. This is the month This is the month when the general election schedule could be announced. This is the month. There's Narendra Modi on one side and nobody on the other.
Exactly.
I think time has run out for the opposition. This is the political reality that we have. This is the
Narendra Modi? Can Lalu Yadav take on Narendra Modi? Can Tejasvi Yadav take on Narendra Modi? Can NK Stalin take on Narendra Modi? Can Udayamini Stalin take on Narendra Modi? Can Pinarayi Vijayan take on Narendra Modi? All these people put together.
well, individually and together are different questions, but I don't think they can. As I said, there is no alliance versus the BJP. This election is a vote with Modi on the one side, nobody else on the other. And the only factor, the biggest factor in this general election is Narendra Modi. It is Narendra Modi.